Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you where I'll be staying the majority of my time on this trip. As you can see, the village is called Bektice, and this is where you turn. So let's go. All right, this village that I'm about to show you is not my home village. It is the village where my wife was born. So today, we are pretty much staying here for a couple of days before we head out to other villages as well. So in today's video, we're pretty much going to be walking, and I'll be showing you some awesome scenery, some pretty much village life stuff, and hopefully some other cool things as well. So after we turned here, it is pretty much maybe like a 15-minute walk to the village. So this video will probably be anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. As you can see, the majority of the road is in decent shape, but all the sides have overgrown big time. I talked to a couple of people in this village, and they all stated that the city, the county, or whatever, the people that are supposed to maintain the roads, they haven't done so for like a year and a half. So they're the ones that are like trimming trees, like pretty much clearing the roads in order to allow cars to go through. If they stop, pretty much the jungle will take this whole place and the road would not be visible. So this is somebody's cabin right here. I don't want to record it because they're probably in there. And a lot of people in this part of the country are very sensitive to being recorded, especially in these villages, simply because they do not want to be bothered and they do not want any drama with other villages or other people. So that is pretty much why I'm trying to pretty much record everything else. Most of these cabins have been built recently, maybe in the last 10, 15 years. So they're in pretty good shape. All right, so as you can see right here, a lot of overgrown stuff. I got the kiddo right there. She's walking in the front, collecting branches and stuff. All right, so now we are getting closer to the area where a lot of people farm, and this is pretty much how they survive in the majority of these villages. The majority of them, they either have sheep, cows, or they produce raspberries and other vegetables. All right, so now we're getting to a more open area. Check out the views. It is absolutely beautiful. Other villages are over there as well, like where that house begins. Check it out. And as you can see, these are like the electrical things, and you can literally hear them buzzing. I'm gonna get closer so the camera will hopefully catch some, but check it out. It is awesome. There's people working over there, and you can see where people are farming as well. And now let's continue walking. There's a tree right here. All right, on the other hand, we have a local soccer field. They used to have festivals right here, soccer tournaments, and all kind of stuff. But as you can see right now, it is not maintained. The grass is tall, and the bushes in the back are pretty much taking over the entire soccer field. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's the electrical current. All right, so that's the local village soccer field. Now we're gonna continue even more. So on this side, as you can see right there in the distance, those are raspberries, and some of our family members are picking, working, trying to make a living. Let me see. It is very difficult to get the views, especially on camera, since everything around the road is like overgrown. So it makes it very hard to get the views. But in person, it is absolutely amazing. Like, the views are perfect. Hopefully once we get more ahead, closer to the village, you will see the views get even better. All right, so another tree fell that the locals cleaned up, because the corruption in the county, the city, whatever you want to call it, they're taking up all the money. They're not doing any of the work. The politicians are pretty much just pocketing everything themselves. Let me see right here. All right, those are raspberry fields. A lot of people do not want to be recorded, so we're gonna pretty much switch over to this other side right here. All right, There's some awesome views over there as well. Check it out. All right, let me see if I can zoom in. As you can see, there's houses over there, probably parts of other villages as well. And let's continue. There's also a couple of dogs here. They're watching this lady take care of sheep. She has maybe like 50, 60 of them down this big old hill. All right. All right, so there's some locals. I'll probably stop it right here before we skip them real quick. All right, so we are continuing the video. Check it out. There's another cabin right here belonging to someone else. A lot of people that were forced out of these villages, they live overseas. So they pretty much build these smaller cabins so they can have a place to visit when they come visit Bosnia, because the majority of their houses have been pretty much destroyed, taken over by nature. The majority of this area right here was all cleared out. There were open fields everywhere. A lot of people had cows, livestock. They lived amazing lives. But after the war, pretty much when the population leaves, the whole area gets swallowed by the jungle. All right, so now we have some downhill action and some more awesome views. Check it out. During the nighttime, the views are even better. In the sky, oh man, you can count thousands of stars, and they're pretty much the same size as the moon in the United States. That's how bright and big the stars are. All right, there's a vehicle coming, so we are going to scoot over to the side. Hold on. All right. At his her father, they were picking some raspberries, and he was like, y'all want to ride? I'm like, nah, we're gonna walk, do some recording. All right, check it out. My little one is already tired from all the walking. She's not used to it. All the locals right here, they can run up these hills, down these hills hundreds of times without getting tired. My little one, she's not used to this at all. All right. Now, after this hill right here, we are going to make a turn, and I will show you the village that I'll be staying in for another couple of days. Let's go. You're going to see the views are awesome. Check it out. You can slowly see the view right there of the village. But as we get into the open, we'll be able to see it much, much better. All right. I will try to stabilize the camera as much as possible, but carrying around a little one and wearing flip-flops. Bless you. All right. So it's pretty much the downhill. We got a little bit more till we are able to see the village, but you can clearly see the village in the background, those little houses. Here's another awesome angle. Check it out. Those are some more villages in the background. You can't really see them on the camera, but that is where some of our other relatives live. But we are extremely high. I don't even know like the height. I'll probably Google it and post it in the video, but we are definitely up high. Check it out. It is very rocky right here. Check it out. This is the road, and down there is just big old ditch. Check it out. And you will see when there's a lot of clouds and the sun peeks through, it is absolutely beautiful. All right. Check it out. As you can see right there, that is the hill. That is the village that we are currently staying in. Check it out. Let me see if I can slowly zoom in. Right there. More houses right there. Also, there are a couple of graveyards, which I will show you once we get close to them. But check it out. It is very up high and very, very steep. All right, let's continue walking. Most of the area is extremely rocky, and this road was also put in maybe like 7-8 years ago, and the majority of it is pretty much falling apart. there's not enough people in any of these villages to maintain any of these roads, simply because they're so high up. Like, this village is literally on top of a mountain, and to get down, to get to the city, which I'll be showing you guys in another video, it literally takes 25 minutes. And it is all roads like this, and even worse, pretty much one car can fit through this. So if another car comes, you either have to back out completely so they can pass and then go forward, or you have to back out completely and then continue riding, like, and that takes even longer. Also, the bushes are overgrown everywhere. Here's another graveyard. The newer white tombstones are from people that recently died, pretty much after the 90s, some even in the 2000s, and probably some a couple of years ago. The Muslims, they use the white ones, and they use the ones that's pretty much shaped like a pyramid or something like that. But as you can see, a couple of the few older ones. There's another graveyard over here, and here's another graveyard over here. Check it out. If you can see those tombstones, they are very, very old. They're from the Ottoman Empire, when the Ottomans pretty much controlled this entire territory for 400 or 500 years. And that is how the majority of the population converted to Islam. But as you can see, those tombstones do not have names on them, but those things are what the Turks in the Ottoman era used to wear on their heads, the turbans. And as you can see, there's a ton of them. And these are pretty much in every single village. They are all over the place, and they're like a symbol of the Ottoman Empire. Also, there's one more over there. This is more of a newer graveyard where more people that died recently are buried. But as you can see, even between those graves, they still have those old Ottoman graves from like 400 or 500 years ago. But none of those graves have names on them, so it is very difficult to track the history or any of that stuff. You will literally have to dig the grave up, do testing and stuff like that to find out whose relative that was, to trace back like the history and the family name and all that stuff. Check it out. This is another area, mostly where animals graze. Majority of them sheep. All right, we got some locals walking behind us, so you have to pick it up a little bit. That way we don't catch them in the video. All right, as you can see over there in the forest, there's some sheep grazing. All right, these are some people's houses. Majority of these houses are pretty much abandoned. The people built them after the war, then they were forced to move out again. There you go, some sheep. Also, this road right here leads to the local school, pretty much ends there, and you have to walk through the forest. Also, this other road down here leads to the bottom part of the village. Also, there's some destroyed houses over there as well. So this is the village, pretty much the village center that we are staying in. As you can see, another graveyard with those older Ottoman tombstones and some more recent ones from locals that died. All right, so this is a pile of manure, pretty much cow poop and hay and stuff like that. Put down the little ones. All right, so again, the graveyard. This is a house from one of the relatives that got destroyed, pretty much burned down, his family killed. It was never rebuilt. Now it is pretty much used as storage. Some plants right here. That is like a big old garage where they keep the hay. This is a little stall to keep the cows. That's the houses that we are staying in. That's the little car I rented. And now let's go right here for some more awesome views. As you can see, your house used to be here as well, destroyed. Actually, this was a store that was destroyed. That was a house. As you can see, they have cornfields and even more beautiful views over there. So the majority of the villages are like on top of the hills, like this one. Check it out. Also raspberries, pretty much how they make their living. And then when we go over here, you can hear some farm animals, some cows. Check him out, check him out. As you can see, there's two, a mother and a little one. They had to be separated from the rest of them because there's a couple of bulls over there. And to keep the little one safe, they had to separate them. All right, this is how they get all the hay and stuff from different fields. All right, check it out. Yeah, good boy. That is a outhouse where you go when you have to do the poo-poo. All right, some waters, and then the view. Check it out. Also, here's a ton of raspberries. Check them out. They're just rows and rows and rows. And these people, that is how they make a living. They fill those baskets up with raspberries. That is pretty much what they make their money from. Also, the majority of the villages, pretty much all around here, all those villages on the hills over there, they do the exact same thing. The village on top there. Also, there's a school all the way down in the valley, which I'll be showing you in a different video. You can see we got some blackberries over here, ton of raspberries. Also, guys, one other reason why Bosnia is such an awesome place is there's food everywhere. Every single house has a ton of fruit trees. Doesn't matter if they're plum trees, apple trees, pears, cherries, they're absolutely everywhere. All right, let's go right here. This is a guy that transports the raspberries after everybody picks them. They pretty much gather right here. He brings out the scale, measures everybody's raspberries, writes it down, and then after he writes it down, he takes them up into the freezer, and that's it. All right, so this road continues even further, probably for like another 30 minutes of walking, maybe even more, to the end of this village, I guess. Also, there's some houses up there as well. So that's the house I'm staying in right now. So this is the house that I'm currently staying in. This is a little rental right here. Check it out. That's how we dry our clothes. That's some relatives as well. Some awesome chickens and a rooster chilling on the, pretty much on the area where we eat and hang out during the day. So check it out. That's a smoker where you smoke meat. Awesome. All right. Like I said earlier, fruit trees everywhere. There's an apple tree right here. We got some clothes drying, some more sheds, villages. All right, so this is the house that my wife was born in, raised in, all of that stuff before she moved to the States a couple of years ago. That's where we chill out. No AC or nothing. So the majority of the people, they hang out outside and stuff like that. Also, more grapes, fruits. There's a stall for the sheep. More people right there chilling. And that is pretty much it. That is where I spent the majority of the trip so far, the last like 3-4 days. So all I'm doing is pretty much hanging out, helping pick raspberries, taking care of the little ones while everybody else works. Also, I will be making another video showing you guys the second part of this village. So far, I have showed you guys just a few houses that people live in that have returned so far. But if we continue further into the village, you will see pretty much destroyed houses that the owners were either killed during the war or they never returned and the houses never got rebuilt. So that is why pretty much the road ends right there, because nobody lives up there. And this village pretty much has like 10 people living in here, but it is awesome. The air quality is amazing. The views are awesome. You're pretty much living off the grid. The closest town, the closest store is pretty much a 30-minute drive. If you decide to walk, you're going to be walking for hours and hours. So that pretty much concludes this video. This is my wife's village. In the next couple of videos, I will be showing you guys my village. It's definitely not as nice as this one. Also, it has awesome views, but just one house. Population was like 700 people before the war. Now it's like 5, and it's my uncle living there. He's the only one left in the village. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Peace out.